Batman vigilante spotted in the Rookery neighborhood for the third night running. Where is the Red Hood gang? Batman continues to be spotted prowling. Who killed the woman in the dryer? Terror of the Rookery. Residents live in fear of encountering the creature of the night who has made their home his own. It's been almost a week and you've turned up 0 leads in the Rookery. And Dr. Sarika's turned up 0 leads from the body. I thought you were meant to be good at this. You have a better understanding of forensic anthropology than that, Batman. You know I can't find what isn't there. The dead speak through their bones, but sometimes they don't have all that much to say. Batman, is it worth it? Since you've been patrolling just this one neighborhood, there have been 2 other murders. The Burnside case. You already have the husband in custody. He did it. The Newtown drowning was the business partners. Your detectives will figure that out. No one's even looking at this one but me. I just mean to say, you're generating panic. The Rookery is a rough enough place to live without you prowling the rooftops. There are other cases worth your time. Equally, there are definitely other cases I could be utilizing Dr. Sarika's talents for. Gordon, this matters! Every bone, Sarika, with a fine-tooth comb. And if you come up empty, you do it again. Always a pleasure, Batman. He looks exhausted. Nikki Harris. These are beginning to irritate me. Ah, yes, well, you don't call, you don't write. How else is a tabloid hack meant to get your attention? You've been writing this bilge to get in touch with me. I'm busy, Harris. I'm worried you've been led astray. I didn't ask your opinion on my activities. It's not just the Rookery, it's the company you've been keeping. You're working with Dr. Sarika, correct? The forensic expert who was fired from the Florida body farm? Fired? God, don't you know what he did? You might want to hear this, Batman. Look, here he comes. Where? Up there. Look, behind the chimney. Oh, I see him. See, I told you, this is where he starts every night, where the fire was. That's what it is. That's what's got him obsessed with finding the Red Hood gang. Good luck with that, huh? The story Nikki Harris told me about Sarika echoes in my head. It's disturbing, but something to deal with later. It is frustrating to admit the crime scene remains as unforthcoming as the body. The ground is tarmac. It reveals nothing by way of footprints. The structure of the laundrette was old and primarily wooden. It required no excess accelerant to begin a fire here, just a match or a lighter. Nothing that can be traced. Any DNA or fingerprints were lost to the blaze. Oh shit! I think he sees us! Run! Someone in the Rookery knows who did this. Who is trying to evoke the myth of the Red Hood gang, who once resided here. The Rookery does not want me here. That has been made evident. Too bad. This is still Gotham, my city. I will drag her truths, kicking and screaming, into the light. Wait. A grave. Fresh. Less than 200 meters from the site of the fire. Perhaps another victim. Perhaps an unburned body, rich in forensic evidence. It would be quicker to find something to dig with, but that would mean pausing. So I ignore the screaming in my forearms, and I plunge downward, pulling up cold fistfuls of recently disturbed earth, until my hands hit cold metal. The box is old, but that doesn't mean what's inside it is the perfect size for a body. I told you, Gotham. I told you. Damn it! Damn it. By the sound of the gun, it's a .30 caliber rifle. It is fired from above me, 140 degrees east, from approximately 300 meters away. This is good, as it means I can pinpoint the shooter as being located in one of only 4 windows that aren't boarded up. It suggests the M1 Garand, once a common service weapon for military men, now fallen out of favor. Therefore, by the time I hear the shot, I have begun to build a profile of the shooter in my head. Unfortunately, even a small caliber bullet fired from an old, poorly serviced rifle moves faster than sound, which means by the time I hear the shot, said bullet is lodged in my back. Sloppy shooter. You should have run.
Those days are a bit behind me. Why couldn't you have just gone away? I'm almost dead, lungs packed in, heart's almost done too. Why couldn't you have just let me do this for them, for the Rookery?
You were one of them, back in the day, weren't you? The Red Hood gang. And now you're dying, but some poor woman had to die first because you didn't want your legacy of thuggery to be forgotten. Pathetic.
She was my sweetheart, but she was stepping out with a cop. We did it at noon, buried her out there in the garden, broad daylight. Everyone knew, and everyone knew to say nothing. That was the point. Everyone knew not to speak about the Red Hood gang. We demanded respect, and in return, we settled any disputes in the Rookery, so everyone knew to treat each other with respect. Look at it all. Now I'm the only one left. So I dug her up. Yeah, she wasn't doing anyone no good down there in the dirt. I figured if people thought the Hoods were back, they might be nicer to each other just in case. Then you came along. You came along and you won't leave. I've been in the Rookery a long, long time. I've heard every rumor, every myth that's grown from this place. But you're trying to pull it all apart, trying to erase it all. That's why I shot you. That's why you're bleeding out now.
I'm
You should have just gone away. The Rookery doesn't need you. It knows what it is. It knows how to look after itself. And without you here, it'll remember all the better.